All right, shalom, most high in Christ, blessed to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. I'm your brother Paj Yasharala with Stones of Yahushua. And today with me, I got. Shalom, most high in Christ, blessed to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Oh, man. No, I was getting some feedback. Shalom, most high in Christ, blessed to the 12 tribes. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties, but I'm your brother Paj Yasharala with Stones of Yahushua. And today with me, I got my bro.
AJ Ben Israel.
Yeah, we got AJ in the building with us today. All praises to the Most
All
High,
praises
man.
to the Most High.
All right, y'all. So today's topic, we're gonna hop right into it. Today's topic is love your enemies, none of the less build your friendships. Okay, so this we could take this in all different types of angles, man. You're not gonna agree with everybody in this truth. You're not gonna get along with everybody in this truth. That's just customary. That's just what it is. But it's very important for us to understand as Israelites how we can at least coexist with one another, how we can at least be an example of these laws towards one another, man. Right? You ain't gonna be buddy with everybody. I mean, that's just that's not how it works. Okay.
That's right.
Right. So none of the less. Let's go into the scriptures, man. Let's go to the book of Sirach 15, verse 13 through 15. Sirach chapter 15, verse 13 through 15. Hopefully they don't knock us off on Facebook, y'all. They keep flagging me, man. And I don't know why. Y'all send up the prayers for your brother, man.
You said 15, 13 or 15?
Yeah, 13 through 15.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 15, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
The Lord hated all abomination.
The Lord hated all abominations.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord hates abominable foods. The Lord hates abominable behavior. The Lord hates abomination. Go ahead.
And they that fear God love it not.
If you say that you fear God, anything that the scriptures say that's an abomination, you're going to avoid that thing, man. Go ahead.
He himself made man from the beginning and left him in the hand of his counsel.
Uh-huh.
Verse 15, if thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness.
So one thing we got to understand, we have to perform these laws. We have to perform these laws to make peace with the Father.
That's right.
Okay. You're going to have something required of you in this faith, in this walk. You can't just sit back and say, I just believe. I believe in God. I believe in Christ. But I'm not going to show forth any type of actions towards any of that belief. That's not what we're in. That, you know what that is? It's called Christianity. And we're not in that, right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 8. We in Sirach like crazy tonight because Sirach got the juice with this subject, I believe, So we found a lot of precepts on this subject matter, right? Sirach, chapter 12, verse 8 through 10.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity.
Y'all see that? A friend cannot be known in prosperity. Your real friends, man. Let me say this. Your real friends gonna be the ones that's gonna go through the mud with you, man. Your real friends is gonna be those are the ones that's gonna be there when you low, man.
Help pull you out that quicksand.
Right. And not just financially. You could be in a dark freaking space in your mind, man. And you should have those brothers and those sisters that's gonna be able to pull you out of that. Right? Read that from the top one more time, King.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 8.
Go ahead.
A friend cannot be known in prosperity.
A friend cannot be known in prosperity. Go ahead.
And an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
And an enemy can be hidden in adversity, man. When you're going through things, your enemies are gonna be the first ones to be sitting right there in the corner watching you. Your enemies are gonna be the ones that want you to suffer. Okay. That's talking about the nations. You got people within our nation that just don't want to see you excel in anything that you do, because we understand that there are evil people within our own nation. Okay, go ahead, King.
Verse 9. In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved.
In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved. When you make a peace with the Lord working in your favor, people gonna be hating on you, fam. That's just the way, man. You can't get around that. People gonna hate on you. You have to be willing to accept that, right? But you still, do two wrongs make a right?
Not at all.
You still gonna have to be that righteous individual at the end of the day, right? Go ahead, King.
But in his adversity, even a friend will depart.
But in his adversity, even a friend will depart. You got people that are friends and acquaintances right now, right? But let something real, you gonna know who the real ones are when it get real. When real situations bring out real individuals.
That's
right.
That's right.
Go ahead, King.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Never trust thine enemy.
What it say, bro?
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thine enemy, man. That go for the nations. That go for somebody. That go for Ray in the neighborhood that you know that don't like you, but you still gonna show that righteous example. That go for the brother that's the brother or the sister that claim they in the truth, but you see that they moving shady, right? It says never trust thine enemy. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
As iron rusted, you know, rust deteriorates what its material that is taken over, right? It consumes the material that is taken over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Bible telling you, hey, look, you know, don't be stupid, don't be dumb, never trust thine enemies. You know who's there for you, you know who's against you, right? You might not always be right on that. Let me say, you might not always be right about certain people, right? But you know, if the Lord give you the spirit of discernment to recognize certain things, hey, don't be stupid. You still do your due diligence. You treat people right. But at the end of the day, don't be foolish, man. Go ahead. You got something?
No. Yeah. You said what I was going to say, so I was quiet.
You want to add to it?
Nah, you said what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Like, I was just going to say, man, you can't, you know, it comes to a point where we can't just be so simple. I mean, just like, you know, my brother Pa said, if somebody's treating you right, man, you got to be willing to reciprocate that. If you can't reciprocate that, man, you gotta that just ain't the friend for you, and vice versa. Because I know if I'm showing love to somebody and they don't show love back, hey, righteously, I'm gonna keep it moving. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and be simple and be used and abused. Nah, you got to keep going, man. You got to use that wisdom and discernment to be able to determine what's right or what's wrong.
Right. The Lord gives you the spirit of discernment for a reason. Okay. For you to be able to, you know, see things, right? The Lord will show you the things that you need to see about certain individuals, okay? Everybody's not for you, right? Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 43 through 44. You know, a lot of people tend to treat this truth as if, hold on, it ain't no 6. It ain't no 6 and 43.
I was looking, I was like, maybe it's 26.
Damn, that's a typo on my end, y'all. Hold on.
43 or was it 33? And hold on, let me see.
That's a typo on my end.
26.
Bear with us, y'all. Bear with us 1 second. I gotta find that scripture now. Oh, dang. It's Matthew 5. I think it's Matthew. Yeah. It's Matthew 5, y'all. My apologies. Matthew 5.
43. Just 43?
43 through 44.
Okay. The book of St. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 4.
Go ahead.
Ye have heard that it had been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor. This is Christ talking here. Was he talking about the Edomites?
No.
Was he talking about the other nations? Christ came to die for the Israelites.
That's right.
Right? So it says, ye have heard that it have been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor, right? Go ahead.
And hate thine enemy.
So is the Bible telling you to hate an Israelite, another Israelite right here?
No.
Can't be. There's no contradictions in the Bible. Go ahead.
But I say unto you, love your enemies.
But I say unto you, love your enemies. Who is this talking about? People in Christianity are going to use this all day long, man. And they're going to be like, love thy enemy. So we got to love everybody, right? and they're gonna close up the book with no understanding of what they just read. Go ahead.
Bless them that curse you.
Bless them that curse you. Who can be blessed? Who can be blessed? The Israelites. You blessed by keeping the commandments.
Yep.
We know the Israelites were given the commandments. Go ahead, King.
Do good to them that hate you.
Do good to them. Keep the commandments to them that hate you. Go ahead.
And pray for them which despitefully use you.
Which despitefully use you. People are going to use you. People are going to use you just to get certain things out of life. People are going to use you to get to certain places that they want to be, and they know that you're the only way they can get there. And once they use you up, unfortunately, right? Once they get once they fulfill their agenda, right? There's nothing else to talk about, right? You got something? I feel like you got something.
No, because you said about them that do good, like we got to do, keep the commandments towards everybody.
Romans 7. Oh,
I was gonna
Revelations?
in Revelations 22, the book of Revelations, chapter 22, verse 15. Verse 14. Because he was talking about, my brother Paz was talking about who's blessed. Who's blessed? Them that do what? Well, let's read the what that we're supposed to do in order to be blessed. And the book of Revelations, chapter 22, verse 14 says, blessed are they that do his commandments. Commandments. We got to keep law. We got to keep law to each other, and we got to keep the law to others. No matter what, we got to operate in this faith and through the faith of Christ and keeping these laws amongst each other, no matter what, because this is our way to salvation.
Right. Exactly. 100%. 100%. So it says, bless them that curse you. So we know that we're not sending out blessings to just any old person. We know we're sending out blessings to another Israelite, because we know that the Israelites were given the covenant. They were given the law, right? They were given sin. They were given the blessings of the Most High. They are the Lord's inheritance. That it on that? Yeah.
Let's go. It says, and persecute you.
And persecute you, man. It's gonna it's gonna come a time where bros, right? With bros in this truth, sisters in this truth, they're gonna be double crossed. They're gonna be stabbed in the back, right? You're gonna have people that's gonna sell us out, right? Just in the name of this truth, right? We're gonna get into all of that, but this is why the scriptures say you're supposed to prove a friend, right? Let's go to the book of 1 Samuel 24. Let's find out who this enemy that is talking about, man. It says in verse 43, it said, ye have heard that it have been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, right? Let's get some understanding on that. Who is that enemy that is talking about? Let's get a righteous biblical example. What you got, bro?
Said 1 Samuel 22?
24.
Oh. 24.
Yeah, 1 Samuel chapter 24. Let's get a righteous biblical example on this, right? 1 Samuel chapter 24, verse 1 through 7.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 24, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass when Saul was returned from following the Philistines, that it was told him, saying, behold, David is in the wilderness of Engedi. Then Saul took 3,000 chosen men out of Israel, out of all Israel, and went to seek David and his men upon the rocks of the wild goats.
Right.
And he came to the sheepcotes by the way, where was a cave, and Saul went in to cover his feet, and David and his men remained in the sides of the cave. And the men of David said unto him, behold, the day of which the Lord said unto thee, behold, I will deliver thine enemy into thine hand.
So the Lord told him, right? He said, I will deliver thine enemy into thine hand, right? Go ahead.
That thou mayest do to him as it shall seem good unto thee.
So we got choices. The Lord is going to give us choices on how to deal with everything. How to deal with people, how to deal with business, how to deal with finances. The Lord gives us the option, even though the Lord already knows what we're going to do, right? Go ahead, King.
Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's robe privily.
So he could, you see what's going on. He's attacking Saul right now. Go ahead.
And it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him because he had cut off Saul's skirt.
So he realized what he did, and he instantly had to correct himself. Go ahead.
And he said unto his men, the Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master.
The Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master. So what he's saying, the Lord forbid that I do this thing to the man that taught me some things, man. Right? Go ahead.
The Lord's anointed.
What? He called him the Lord's anointed, man. He was an Israelite. He said, I can't do this thing to my fellow Israelite. Go ahead.
To stretch forth mine hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord.
Seeing he is the anointed of the Lord. So David could have really murdered this man. David could have murked this man. I'm gonna just go ahead and say how it was. But David applied love thine enemy, man, right here. Right? He know that Saul was his enemy. He know that Saul tried to kill him. He know that Saul didn't want him to be greater than what he was. See, that's the thing. Yo, you got a lot. I'm gonna just call it like it is. You got a lot of niggas out here that will want you to do good,
just not better than them.
Right. And see, my motto is the Lord uses certain people to put certain people in certain places. Now, whether they excel or not, whether they excel further than you or not, the Lord still gives. This is what people got to understand. The Lord is the one that gives us the ability to do everything. That's to obtain knowledge. That's to obtain wealth. That's to obtain everything, man. Right? So I'm not going to sit here and say that my ultimate goal is to be the smartest brother, or my ultimate goal is to be the richest Israelite, or my ultimate goal is just to be the best, right? So, my grandmother used to tell me, don't be the best, just be one of the best. So we got to have one of these. We got to have that mentality. Saul had many accomplishments, but when it came down to David doing better, or for him to feel as though he was doing better, when David had nothing but love for him, right? Still respected him. He called him his teacher right here. He called him his master, right?
And the scripture also says to do no harm to the Lord's anointed.
Right. He had the option right there. Right. Let's go to John 15. John 15, verse 10 through 16.
The book of St. John, chapter 15, verse 10.
Go ahead.
If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love.
If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love. Right? Love isn't a hug and a kiss, folks. Right? Go ahead.
Even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love.
Christ kept the commandments and abided in that same love. Right? Go ahead.
These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full.
Go ahead.
This is my commandment, that ye love one another.
Christ said, this is my commandment, that you love one another, that you abide in the love of the Most High through the keeping of these commandments amongst one another. Go ahead.
As I have loved you.
As I have loved you. Christ had to come and die on that cross, right? Christ had to come and be persecuted. Christ was in full subjection to the Father in all his commandments. Christ was the righteous example. Go ahead, King.
Greater love had no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends.
Notice he didn't say neighbor right there.
Nope.
He said, greater love have no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. Right? Go ahead.
Ye are my friends. If ye do whatsoever I command you.
So by us following the scriptures, that makes us a friend of the Messiah, man. Go ahead.
That's right. Henceforth, I call you not servants. For the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth.
Mm.
But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you.
So the friends are the ones that's actually executing everything Christ did.
Bringing forth action.
Right. Bringing forth that action. Actually bringing these scriptures off of this paper and actually walking it in their daily lives.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's go to Sirach chapter 19.
The book of Ecclesiasticus. Which one? 19 and 15?
19, 18 through 20.
Oh, my bad.
Good.
18 through 20.
Good.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
Y'all hear that? The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him. When you fear in the Lord, right? You're gonna be obedient.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be obedient. You're gonna actually do what he told you to do in fear of the consequences. A lot of people don't fear God anymore, right? A lot of people don't. They think that they think this is a joke. They think that this place isn't gonna get judged. They don't believe in strange calamities. They have no fear, and those are gonna be the 2/3 of our people. Excuse me, y'all. Those are gonna be the 2/3 of our people that are gonna be destroyed with this place. Go ahead, King.
And wisdom obtaineth his love.
And wisdom obtaineth his love. You right? Go ahead.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
When you keeping these commandments, it says that you are keeping the doctrine of life.
Mm-hmm.
Life. Go ahead.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Y'all hear that?
Mm.
We're gonna inherit the kingdom. Okay, and we're gonna be immortal. We're gonna live forever. These are the benefits that we will reap for doing thus saith the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
Uh-huh.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
What we was just talking about earlier. And all wisdom is the performance of the law.
Mm-hmm.
When you do this willfully, you are performing the law, and that makes you wise. Go ahead.
And the knowledge of his omnipotency.
Omnipotency.
Yeah, omnipotency.
Yeah, it John get me too.
Yeah.
Bro. Right. So now let's go to James chapter 2.
And that was the key word, man. Performance.
Performance, man. You got to do something in this. You can't just be sitting back, kicking back, chilling, like everything is all good. Like, no, man. Especially you brothers, man. You brothers got out here, man. You brothers have to hit these streets. You brothers have to do this work. You brothers have to hold yourselves up diligently. You have to be a righteous example for your families. You sisters out here, you got to be a righteous example for your children. You have to be a righteous example for the women that's under you, learning under you, the younger women, all of that. Everybody has a responsibility in this truth, man, right? To perform this law, to be a righteous example. We at James chapter 2. Yeah, 21 through 26.
The book of St. James chapter 2, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
And it reads, was not Abraham, our father, justified by works?
Y'all see that? Was not Abraham, our father, who Abraham was a Hebrew, right? Was not Abraham, our father, justified by works? Meaning he put in work, man. Abraham was proved by the Most High himself. He had to go through some things to get to where he needed to be. Go ahead.
When he had offered Isaac, his son, upon the altar. Seest thou how faith wrought with his works? And by works was faith made perfect?
Seest thou how faith wrought with his works? And by works was faith made perfect? Was made perfect? So he had faith and he had works. They done cut us off of Facebook, man. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, they didn't cut us, y'all. I'm trying to really understand what's good with Facebook. Hopefully, if you haven't already, please go like, share, and subscribe to YouTube channel. Please, y'all. Tap in on this YouTube channel. All right, because Facebook is giving us a fit. And that's just what it is. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. They keep saying that we're playing music or whatever, but we're not playing any music.
Mm.
We could be, but we're not playing any music. We're not getting flagged on YouTube, y'all. But
You know who Facebook is ran by,
yeah,
man.
man. They don't want this truth to be pushed, but all praise to the Most High is gonna get out here anyway. If you haven't already, please go like, share, and subscribe. The Stones of Yahweh Shai channel on YouTube, please. That way we can build this thing up. We can get on the algorithm, and we can wake up some more people. Okay?
And if you don't want to like or subscribe, at least share it, because it might be for someone else if it ain't for you.
Right, exactly, 100%, 100%. Where we at?
Verse 23.
Go ahead.
And the scripture was fulfilled,
which
saith, Abraham believed God, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness.
So he believed God, right? And it was imputed unto him for righteousness. So he was keeping commandments.
Yep, from the beginning.
Right. Right. Go ahead, King.
And he was called the friend of God.
And he was called the friend of God. So you can't say that Abraham wasn't keeping no commandments, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was a friend of God. Christ said, you are my friends if you do my commandments.
Correct. In Sirach.
Right. And in Matthew, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, King. Is that it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
Verse 26. Yeah,
20, down 26.
Right.
Verse 24. Ye see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only.
You're not just justified by the faith, by believing. I believe. That's it. You're not justified by that.
Or when people be like, all I need is a faith of a mustard seed, and
Right.
I'm good. Just that.
All I got to do is somewhat believe in this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Partially.
Heck nah. This thing requires a lot more of you than that. This thing requires a lot more of you than that. Right? Go ahead, King.
Verse 25. Likewise also was not Rahab the harlot justified by works, when she had received the messengers and had sent them out another way. Verse 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also.
You can't have one without the other. You can't have faith and works. You can't have works and no faith.
They go hand in hand.
Exactly. Genesis chapter 26. Let's go back into Abraham. I will say this. Let me say this, man. You know, we're doing the best that we can as far as keeping these commandments. What as far as what we're doing over here, and at Stones of Yahweh Shai. And I will say this, man. You know, regardless of us not getting no support right now from the Israelite community, from the folks that we know, I will say this, y'all just keep on watching, y'all. We gonna grow and we're gonna build this thing up. You know, I just want to put that in the air, man. That this will take off, right?
That's right.
All praise to the Most High, man.
All glory to the Father.
Right. Genesis 26 and verse 5.
The book of Genesis, chapter 26, verse 5.
Yeah.
Because that Abraham obeyed my voice.
Because Abraham obeyed my voice. Go ahead.
And kept my charge, my commandments.
What?
My statutes.
Man.
And my laws.
And my laws. You can't make this stuff up, man.
Not at all.
Abraham was keeping the commandments, right? And was a friend of God. Okay? Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24.
And it kills me when people say we ain't got to keep no laws in the New Testament when we just read it in the New Testament and proved it with the Old Testament.
We just went from James. We strategically went to the New Testament first.
Yeah.
Then we went and cleared it up and edified the folks in the Old Testament. The Bible says the same thing over and over again, from beginning to end. The only thing that is not applicable today is animal sacrifices, y'all. This is not up for argument. We might end up going over the new covenant, if whether or not we're in the new covenant. Over here, we're not teaching that we're in the new covenant, right? Because we know that our people still being wicked as hell out there in them streets. We know that the commandments and the laws are not written in their hearts.
Mhm.
We know that we still have to go out here and teach people their nationality. It's not freaking rocket science, yo. I don't even understand why they going so hard about that right now. You know what it is? You niggas just don't want to keep commandments.
Or they lack the receiving of accountability. Nobody likes to be held accountable, and nobody sure don't like to be sit there and listen to somebody and say, hey, look, man, you doing this wrong according to this, you doing that wrong according to this.
Right.
It's like, why you gotta call me out? Because everybody want to be the know it all, be it all, man. We gotta humble ourselves and be meek, because the meek shall inherit the earth, the scripture says, right?
Right.
I mean the kingdom, my bad. The meek shall inherit the kingdom.
Yeah, the earth.
Oh
The
yeah,
meek
yeah,
shall
yeah,
inherit the
the
earth.
earth. So
Yeah.
let's be humble, man. Let's be humble, and iron sharpen iron, man. We all can build and we all can grow together.
I was just thinking today, man. Actually, I was just thinking today that if Israel, despite differences in our doctrines, so there's gonna always be some boundaries that have to be set, obviously. And we know that all camps can't be together until Christ returns, right? We do get that. But if everybody just decided, you know what, the whole nation just gonna go on a fast today, right? We're gonna do something to come together as a body of individuals with similar beliefs and the type of things that we could accomplish in this movement just by doing that alone. But we get so twisted up, we get so divided in doctrine to where we're so damn childish to the point where we can't even deal with each other at face value. Like, I can't just have a regular conversation with a brother or a brother can't have a regular conversation with me all because of something that I teach or something that I believe and something that I can prove with the scriptures.
Their immediate response would be, man, let me get my sword so I could cut this nigga up. The same way in the hood, when little Pookie or Ray Ray walk by you and they see you looking a certain type of way, they want to take something from you. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to freaking be loving towards one another. You know what I'm saying?
I lost a viewer, man. I lost a viewer. If you don't like an occasional in word in this, I do apologize. But at the end of the day, look, man, we know the prophets was called niggas in the Bible, y'all. And on top of that, probably was a new covenant brother or sister that just left out of here too. But all praises. We would love to. We'll bring you on here. We'll bring you on live, man. If that's what y'all want to do, we'll discuss it. Right, but we firm on this not being a new covenant, man. Right, so let's go to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24.
The book of Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24.
Go ahead, King.
A man that had friends must shew himself friendly.
A man that had friends must show himself to be friendly. You can't be walking around the angry villain all the time and expect to have people in your corner on your side, right? People rocking with you like that. You can't just be the person like, oh, here this nigga come. Let me get away from this dude because I don't know what he got going on now. Brothers battle with their emotions just like everybody else, right? Everybody battles with something, I will say. But at the end of the day, if you want to have friends in this truth or friends in general, you have to, the scripture say you got to show yourself to be friendly. Read that from the top, King.
The book of Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24.
Go ahead.
A man that had friends must show himself friendly. And there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother.
There's a friend. You got, man, look, man. Me, I'm gonna use AJ. I'm gonna use AJ for instance, man. Me and AJ, we not kin at all, right? But boy, look, hey, you would think that we was blood brothers where we act towards one another. I'm just using that as an example to show y'all, like, look, you got people that are in your family that you might not even fool with, but it's gonna be a friend that's closer than those people that are in your bloodline, man. People that are right there, you've had access to your whole life. You meet somebody randomly throughout life, and they just become the best thing you ever met. So you got to show ourselves to be friendly in this truth, man.
That's right.
If you want to have friends, don't start whining and complaining, saying don't nobody fool with me. But I'm a Scrooge, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a freaking crazy person, right? Let's go to Sirach 11, bro. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the class, yo. We just went all over the place. We're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of the class because we running out of time.
You said 12, 11?
11. Sirach. This right here. Sorry, y'all. Wi-Fi is bugging. The Wi-Fi is bugging out, y'all. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Y'all bear with it. Sirach 11, verse 7 through 10.
The book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Go ahead.
Blame not before thou hast examined the truth.
So when you're dealing with people, man, what can happen is whenever you start having those evil suspicions, like the Bible say, whenever Satan could be doing whatever the heck he wants to do with your mind, okay? He wants to constantly cause division. He wants to constantly cause division in your family. He wants to constantly cause division between the brethren, right? It says, blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Make sure that you examine the whole matter. Make sure you talk to people.
That's right.
And this is something that we struggle with in our community. We just gonna be mad. We're gonna be mad. We don't want to talk about it. I heard something that this nigga said about me. I don't want to talk about it no more.
And the reason why we got to examine it is because Ray told Lisa, Lisa told Nick, and Nick told Damien. And guess what? Between those four people, they gave their own version of the story.
Right.
Word get twisted and construed.
Right.
And by the time it gets to the fourth person, it's a whole different story than from the first person.
Right. And that's how this thing works. So the Bible give us the sauce.
That's right.
The Bible is the remedy to all things, man. Right? Go ahead, King.
Understand first and then rebuke.
Understand first and then send correction. Go ahead.
Answer not before thou hast heard the cause.
Listen. We got to listen. So as Israelites, this is something we struggle with. Listening skills. Right? Go ahead.
Neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk.
So when you got a bunch of people talking at one time, you have a chaotic situation going on here. The Lord ain't dealing with that. Right? Go ahead.
Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not.
Don't be in the midst of everything, man. Strive not in the matter, right? That don't concern you. Don't get involved in everything, right? Go ahead.
And sit not in judgment with sinners.
And you definitely don't need to be sitting in judgment with sinners. What the hell are you doing sitting with people that's not walking this? Right? What kind of righteous judgment can they even send towards anybody's situation when they wicked and they all over the place? Right? Go ahead.
My son, meddle not with many matters.
Meddle not with many matters. Go ahead.
For if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent.
Right? If you meddle much, you won't be innocent. Because guess what? Somebody gonna want to smoke. Somebody gonna come holler at you. Somebody gonna come holler at you out here. Right? Go ahead.
And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing.
Meaning you gonna have your back up against the wall. Meaning there ain't gonna be nothing you can say or do. You finna just be looking dumb. Let me just go ahead and say that. You finna get chewed out, and you probably gonna lose somebody good in the middle of all of that.
And if somebody feeling Old Testament, they might even stone you on.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, pick up that rock real quick.
I mean, hit this joke. Nah, don't stone. Don't stone your brothers, y'all. Let's go to Sirach chapter 19. We running out of time. Time be flying, bro.
What?
Time be flying. Sirach chapter 19. 4 through 17. Now we really might have to cut this one short today.
In the Apocrypha,
the
book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, verse, you said 17? 14.
Yeah, 4 through 17. We going back to Sirach 19.
Okay. Chapter 19, verse 4. He that is hasty to give credit is light-minded.
Look, you have to try people's spirit the way the Bible tells you to do it. You can't just, when somebody coming up to you, they sound charming, they sound eloquent, they seem sincere, they seem genuine, they seem so loving, right? You have to keep things in perspective.
Be careful for the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Right. You have to keep everything in perspective,
Yep.
and you have to not be this light-minded individual to be hasty to give someone credit, to allow them into your space, to allow to allow those certain conversations, to confide in these people, right?
Mhm.
You definitely don't want to confide into these people that you just now meeting, right? You have to be able to understand that you can't trust everybody in this truth with information. People ready to damn go out here and tell your business to all get out, because you know it's talebearers all in the nation.
Mhm.
It's talebearers. It's people that'll go from door to door and tell all your business, man. Right? Talk about you behind your back. All of that. Go ahead, King.
And he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul.
Go ahead.
Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned. But he that resisteth pleasures crowneth his life.
Go ahead.
He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife.
So this is something that I'm still working on, and I know a lot of people still working
A
on.
lot of us.
Because I mean, bro, the Bible says if you got to alt with your brother too. We got to apply balance to the Bible.
Mhm.
The Bible says if you got an alt with your brother and something chewing you up just that much, you need to go have a conversation about this. If you can't let it go, if you can't forget that individual, you best be going to talk to him, or you're going to be in sin. Right? So the Bible just said, what verse we at? Verse 6. He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife. Everything isn't worth talking about, man. Some stuff just be dumb. It be stupid, right?
Bro, you ate my last fry.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
All right, man.
And then you might have addressed an individual once before, dealt with somebody, and you've already been down this road, right? Sometimes you just gotta dust your feet with idiots, man. That's just what it is. Why keep revisiting the same thing over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again? Right? Some people just don't learn. And some people in this truth, when people in this truth don't learn, they're disposable. Because that's what this is all about. This truth is all about learning. This truth is all about accelerating, being a better individual tomorrow, learning today, doing better tomorrow.
Bring it out.
Right? Go ahead, King.
And he that hated babbling shall have less evil.
He that hated babbling. Been there. I done been there. Go ahead.
Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee.
Rehearse not unto another which is told to thee. You got people that's going to confide in you, tell you personal information, right? And they wouldn't tell that to nobody else. You don't have, look, y'all, I'm very thorough. So, excuse me. You don't have no damn business going to anybody about anything that was that was real personal, that you know for a fact that this person would not go to anybody else and talk to. Right? Rehearse not unto another. Go ahead.
And thou shalt fear never the worst.
Fear never the worst. Go ahead.
Fear never the worst. Whether it be to friend or foe.
Whether it be to friend or foe. You apply that same energy for everybody. It don't matter, right? Love thine enemy, man. Just because you don't like somebody does not give you a license to go out here and be doing all this chaotic behavior behind their back.
Acting all toxic.
They have a reputation too.
Yep.
They have a name too, as well. Okay? They deserve the same respect that you would give those that you love the most. Go ahead.
Talk not of other men's lives.
See there? It says, talk not of other men's lives. Go ahead.
And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not.
Right. Go ahead.
For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee.
So that person, now you done got this person out of the spirit. This person probably is not gonna like you no more. Right? Now this person has to get their spirit together. They're gonna have to repent. They're gonna have to forgive you for some mess that you done caused, right?
And God forbid if you start scattering the sheep,
right? Or offend the little ones. So if you've been in this truth for a little while, you should be seasoned. You have to walk circumspectly in this truth, man. You have to be fully aware of those around you with the weak conscience. Okay? You do not want to put a stumbling block out there for another Israelite. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 10, if thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee.
Right?
And behold, it will not burst thee.
And be bold. It will not burst thee. Go ahead.
A fool travaileth
Uh-huh.
with a word, as a woman in labor of a child.
A fool travaileth with a word as a woman in labor with a child. So you know when a woman is in labor, she's screaming out, right? You just can't hold no damn water, dog. You just gotta let it out, cousin. You just got to say something. I gotta say something.
Somebody got to hear this.
Yes, I got to tell somebody the tea. Right? Talking too much, man. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
Yep.
As an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh.
That sounds pretty painful, right?
Yeah.
If I got to cross, we got
We're about to test it out.
We got the yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
Your leg.
Nah, not my leg. But look, we got the crossbow, right? I'm pretty sure if I shoot that if I got shot in the leg with that crossbow right now, I'm gonna scream out.
Yeah.
In pain, in agony, right? Go ahead, brother.
So is a word within a fool's belly. Admonish a friend. It may be he had not done it.
So instead of you being like Ray, Kiki, right? Brother so-and-so being Israel, brother, sis, by Israel. Instead of being like, you know what? I'm mad as hell. This person saying this person saying that. Admonish your friend. Go holler at your friend. Go have a conversation because it might not be the truth. You ain't supposed to believe everything any dang on way. Go ahead.
And if he have done it, that he do it no more.
Have a conversation like, yo, fam, I don't appreciate that. This don't hurt my feelings.
Word.
Like, why you do that, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you open up the door for that other individual that you talking to be like, well, you know what, man? I'm sorry, man. Damn, that was jacked up. I shouldn't have did that. And then you move on. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Admonish thy friend. It may be he had not said it. And if he have, that he speak it not again.
Go ahead.
Admonish a friend. For many times it is a slander. And believe not every tale.
You got Satan gonna come in and Satan gonna enter into people, right? And he gonna cause divisions. Okay. And it's your job to not believe every tale, to go check behind what this individual is saying and go deal with this individual that you claiming to be your friend. Like, such and such was saying, and then next thing you know, you're like, what? Then next thing you know, both of y'all confronting this individual because it's a whole lot of confusion going on here. Right? Go ahead.
There is one that slippeth in his speech.
There is one that slippeth in his speech. Go ahead.
But not from his heart.
But not from his mind. Go ahead.
And who is he that had not offended with his tongue?
We all have offended at some point in time with our mouths. We've all said something to somebody that we didn't mean to say. We've all said something that hurt somebody at one point in time. I'm pretty sure. Right? Go ahead. You got something?
Nah.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 17. Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him.
Right. Admonish thy neighbor before you threaten. Like, bro, I'm finna give you the hands, my boy.
You took this last fry, bro. Yo, I'm gonna have to see you, son.
Yeah, bro.
You ate my last fry, bro.
Man. Oh, I heard you was doing such and such and such, saying such and such. What you was saying? And you ain't even trying to have a conversation, a dialogue. A lot of our brothers die senseless deaths out here in the streets because of a half-told story, man. Sisters too. Right? Go ahead.
And not being angry. Give place to the law of the Most High. And we know, bro.
Go ahead. What you got? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and we know what that law is. Like you was reading earlier. We got to keep the commandments. We got to be lawful to one another. If not, man, things could go sideways quick. Real quick,
right?
For no reason,
right? And it says, and not being angry, meaning that you have to approach everything with a level head, man. It might piss you off right then and there, but let cooler heads prevail, right? You make sure you in the right space of mind when you go deal with another brother or another sister, right? It says, admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him, and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. Understand that you have emotions, you have feelings, you have things going on in your mind. The spirit of Satan can jump on you too. You have to be able to identify when Satan jumps on you, man. and you have to back away sometimes, and you just have to deal with things later. That's just how it works. You don't have to deal with everything right then and there, right? You don't have to address everything right then.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to take a minute. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit back, recollect your thoughts. Make sure you ain't bugging and tripping. Get your mind right, and then go have a conversation. Because if you go into it hot-headed, bro, you only gonna offend the other person by how your body language is or how the bass in your tone might be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just cool off. You know,
It could be a
procrastinate a little bit.
It could be a big mess. It
Mhm.
could be a big mess. Well, we almost had an hour, dude.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, let's go. Let's jump.
It didn't even feel like that. How many-
Let's
what you
jump.
got left?
Bro. I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I got a few things, bro.
Dang, bro.
Let's go to Galatians chapter 6, 9 through 10. We not gonna drag this out though. We just gonna get through it the best we can, man. We going. We close to our time. Hope everybody is having a blessed start off on their week. Hope everybody is enduring to the end. Hope this class is edifying someone right now. Okay. Hope this is very helpful to y'all. If you haven't already, please go like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, y'all. At least you could do is share this video on your platform, on your Facebook page or something like that. Help us out. All right. We're trying to build up our congregation, right? Go ahead, brother.
You said 6 and what?
9 through 10.
Oh, 9 through 10. The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And let us not be weary in well-doing.
Let us not be tired. Let us not be weary in well-doing. Don't get tired of doing well.
Mhm.
Right? Go ahead.
For in due season we shall reap if we faint not.
You're gonna reap what you sow, right? For that good that you presenting,
Mhm.
right? You're gonna reap the benefits of all the good that you've done, just like you're gonna reap all the consequences of all the bad that you've done. Go ahead.
As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men.
When you get the opportunity, you do good unto all men. Right? Go ahead.
Especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
Especially to those that are involved in this truth, that understand that they're not black, African American, understanding their true nationality, their true identity, and how they can make peace with the Lord. You go the extra mile for these folks, man. Right? Sirach chapter 5, verse 15. I ain't telling you got to deal with folks, man. That's what I'm not telling you. You could deal with folks from a distance, right? I'm gonna throw that out there, right? You don't have to deal with people.
Yeah, you could keep you could be polite, loving to one another, but keep them at arm's reach.
Yeah, you could keep it cordial. You could definitely do that, right?
The book of in the Apocrypha, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 14. Be not called a whisperer.
Hold up, bro. Where you at?
Huh?
You at Deuteronomy
5? No, you said Sirach 5 and 14.
Yeah, bring that out, bro.
Oh,
I didn't want that scripture. That was good, bro. Go ahead.
Be not called a whisperer.
You see that?
And lie not in wait with thy tongue.
Oh man.
For a foul shame is upon the thief, and an evil condemnation upon the double tongue.
Double tongue.
Man, look at verse 15.
One thing you saying one thing here, and then you saying another behind closed doors.
And we just read, if you could tame your tongue, you won't be causing any strife.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So no matter how big the issue is or how small the issue is, don't be coming in with your tongue hot, spitting, verbal darts at people.
Right. Don't be ignorant. Like you're gonna have to distinguish the people that are for you and the people that are against you. As I stated earlier, don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Right. Don't be ignorant. Okay. You have to distinguish. The Lord says, be not ignorant of anything. Right. Of anything in a great matter or a small matter. Sirach chapter 6. Let's try to speed up to get through this.
Sirach 6 and what?
A little bit. 6 through chapter 6, 7 through 18.
7 through 18.
Yeah, this is the meat and potatoes of the class right here. Go ahead, King.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Prove him. Prove your friends.
See if they worthy or not.
Right. Prove your friends. Go ahead.
And be not hasty to credit him.
Be not hasty to credit him. What we just read that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be hasty to credit people, man. Next thing you know, you get stabbed in the back, man.
Like I always say, man,
Your feelings hurt.
And my brother has heard me say this. I always give an amount of rope. It's up to you if you're gonna hang yourself or not. That's it.
Right. Some people you just gonna meet, and they just gonna show you certain characteristics, and it's gonna be undeniable. But everybody's not like that, and you gonna have to prove people, man. You know, anybody that enters your life, you should prove them. Go ahead.
Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Some people gonna be friends for their own occasion. Man.
Personal gain.
Right.
What's in it for me?
Right.
What can you do for me?
Right.
Everything for me.
Right.
Give me the knowledge.
Right.
Give me the information.
Right.
Give me the sauce.
Right. Give me the sauce. Then after that, I'm gonna leave your ass high and dry.
Yep. It be like
that's
that
the
a
way,
lot.
bro. That's the way brothers and sisters be thinking out here, man.
And then they want to beat on their chest, talking about it was all me. It was all me. All on my own. All me. When you got a damn hidden character behind you and you don't want to damn show no type of homage. Man, people be crazy, bro. It make you want to hit somebody right in the big toe with a damn sledgehammer.
It will make you feel that way, bro, fam. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
For real.
It says, what it say in verse 8 again, King?
Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
His own occasion.
His own selfishness. And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
So when you really need that individual, they ain't gonna be nowhere to be found, man. You got to be aware of the people, the way that you support people. You better make sure they support you back the same way with the same energy. You better be paying attention to whether or not they gonna bring that same energy towards you that you gonna give to them. This ain't no 100% my way and 50% your way. That's not how this works.
Reciprocation,
right?
What is it? Reciprocity.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We trying to learn some big words over here. We gonna get there. Go ahead, brother.
And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
He's a companion at the table. Go ahead.
And will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
When everything all good, you're gonna have people that just gonna be around you when everything is fine. Right, go ahead.
But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants.
When you prospering, he gonna be with you. I'm with you. We in this together, right? When you winning, right? Go ahead.
If thou be brought low, he will be against thee.
When you brought low and you need that individual and they're not there, right? Reciprocating the things, reciprocating the things that you've done for them when you was low, when they was low and you came through for them and they can't do that for you. Sometimes it could just be a conversation, man. Sometimes it could be, hey, whenever you need somebody, you call me, I pick up the phone, but as soon as I need you and pick up the I can't even get in contact with you, bro.
Bro, you got to get out of my brain. I was just about to say that, man. I was just about to say it don't matter the hour. There's bros that know me. There's family that know. Bro, listen, it don't matter the hour. 1 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m. If you damn in Charlotte, if you in South Carolina stuck with your wheel off the tire, I'll be there. Just call me. That's just how I am, and that's how I roll. Just call me.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the tribe of Simeon, man. Shout out to the Northern Kingdom brothers.
All praises.
All praises, man. He ain't lying, though. he damn sure not lying. My boy have been asleep. You call me at 3 o'clock. I don't know if I'm gonna be the Lord gonna have to wake me up, man. You right? Go ahead, brother.
And will hide himself from thy face.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, yo, bruh did a favor for me.
Let me get out of this.
Hold on. Then a week go by. Damn, he say he coming. Yo, let me dip out. He about to pull up.
Yeah, he gonna ask me for something.
Mm-hmm.
Right, go ahead.
But look what it says: separate thyself from thine enemies.
We just went over enemies. Was this talking about the nations, or is this talking about another Israelite?
Mm-hmm.
Which one is it? Right, go ahead.
Separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends.
Go ahead.
and faithful friend is a strong defense.
Go ahead.
And he that found such and one had found a
Treasure.
treasure.
When you find a friend, you find that treasure, man.
Gold.
What?
Gold. A friend should always be tried in the fire, man. Always. That's what you do. You're gonna go ahead and say, you know what, let me see. Let me ask him, yo, let me hold 100. See if he'll do it. Or if not, shit, make something up. Take a damn lug nut off your tire. Go somewhere at 1 a.m. Say, yo, I just left the club, bro. My wheel messed up. See if he'll really get up out of bed and come check you. Bro, I need like 300 to pay my mortgage, man. If not, I might be in some deep stuff. See if somebody's gonna help you when you down and out, man. Light some fire under somebody to see if they'll be there for real.
Right. Now, times is hard. I mean, if you really don't have it, you're not supposed to break yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Right. I mean, I know you know that, but
yeah,
at the same time, like
just some examples.
Like too, though, you definitely want to be there, in the time of trouble, man. Especially like let's hit that real quick. Let's go to Sirach. Lord. Hold on. Since you said that, bro, let's hit that, man.
Y'all bear with us, man, and just give us a few more minutes. We being led by the Spirit here, and some things are coming out. So I hope y'all edified by this wisdom that my brother and I is bringing out. So please bear with us a few more minutes, and we're gonna get to it.
Sirach 29:10, bro. That's the one. Yep.
The book of Sirach, chapter 29, verse 10.
Yeah, and we're gonna read verse 11 as well, King.
Okay. Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend.
Y'all see that? Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend. Go ahead.
And let it not rust under a stone to be lost.
Right. So if you got it, man, and your friend needs something, man, this is why we pay alms. Right. This is when alms come into play too, man. This is why the scriptures tell us that when you start reading a little bit further into this, it goes into alms. This is why we give alms. This is how we support one another, whether they friends or not, right? Whether they just a brother in the truth. When hard times arise, we know we got alms as a defense to help those that are in need. This is not to be taken advantage of. This is what I will say. You can't ask for a friend. You can ask for a friend for help, but why should anybody in their right mind continue to help you when you're not willing to help your damn self? Right? Go ahead, King.
Verse 11, lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold.
Is that in on that?
Yeah.
Okay. All praise to the Most High. Let's go back to Sirach chapter 6. Since you said that, though, I had to pull that, y'all. Sorry about that. We almost done. Bear with us. Go ahead.
We was at 14. A faithful friend is a a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that have found such and one have found a treasure.
Go ahead.
Nothing doth contravail a faithful friend, and his excellency is unavailable. Invaluable. Sorry.
You good.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
Go ahead.
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Go ahead.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
So that means you coming to this truth, man. This is the prime example of why you don't need to be hanging with people outside of this knowledge, man. You better make sure your friendships are right and aligning up with these scriptures and aligning up with God. Because you best believe that if they not following this Bible, man, they not. What's going to end up happening is you're gonna get pulled and sucked right back into whatever that lifestyle that they living, that you were living, that you were a part of. Go ahead.
Gonna fall right back into that heathenish custom. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
So as he is, as you are who you hang around.
This reminds me of Amos 3:3.
Yeah, you are who you hang around. Right. Go ahead.
My son, gather instruction from thy youth up. So shalt thou find wisdom till thine old age.
Right. Gather all the wisdom that you can now. That way you can help somebody else along later on down the line. Right. we gonna have to skip a bunch of scriptures, man. Sirach 43 and verse 30, man. Goodness. I wanted to hit this whole class, but
We'll
this,
make a part 2. We'll finish it next week.
Man, we ain't got. I don't know, man. That'd be a real short class. We do that. We might. Do that.
Yeah, or incorporate it, mix it in with something else.
Yeah. Sirach 43 and verse 30. Cause we going into an hour and 20 minutes, boy.
The book of Sirach, chapter 43, verse 30.
Go ahead, King.
When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can.
Exalt the Lord as much as you can. Go ahead.
For even yet will he far
He's
exceed.
gonna far exceed our expectations, right? We're working towards the kingdom, man. Right? Nothing can compare this. The kingdom can't. This life cannot compare to what we're gonna get next in the kingdom. Lord's will. Go ahead.
And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength.
Put forth all your strength, yo. Some of y'all, sometime me with this truth, man. Some of y'all, sometime me with this truth. If I don't feel good, guess what? A Sabbath come, we gonna get up, we gonna go to camp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if I don't feel good that day. Bros might not even want to talk like that day, right? Bros want to talk. Bros want to get on the phone right now, have a discussion about some scriptures. We talking about these scriptures week in and week out, every day. Every day. We don't care. We don't give a damn about no feelings, right? Go ahead.
And be not weary.
Be not weary. Go ahead.
For ye can never go far enough.
You can never go far enough. Soon as you thought you knew enough, you don't. Soon as you thought that you read enough, you didn't. Soon as you thought you put in enough work for the Lord, you did not. It's gonna always be something to do in this truth, and 98% of that is gonna be to work on yourself, Israel. The book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29.
The book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29.
Go ahead.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
And we're going to do that, man. We're going to continue to obey God rather than man, because man will fail you every time. All right. I'm your young priest. I'm your young priest, Paz Yasharala, with Stones of Yahushua. And today with me, I got my brother with me. I got brother AJ in the building with me today. All praises to the Most High.
Yes, Lord.
I'm going to say it like I'm going to sound like a broken record, man. If you haven't already, please go like, share, and subscribe to the page. Please at least share the page. I don't know why y'all just don't. They be watching. Some of these folks be watching this in secret, man. They don't be wanting to be like, I don't got no dealings with these brothers, man. Come on, man.
But let me hear what they say.
Yeah, stop it, man. Like, just stop it. Please share the page. All right. Show us some love as we try to build up our platform. All right. Please go follow and like the Sword Talk page on Facebook. All right. Add us, follow us on Instagram at Stones of Yahushua. Okay. You can get in contact with us, and if you're interested in congregating or keeping the feast days with us, all right. You can get in contact with us about any biblical questions, all right, at Gmail, Stones of Yahushua 144 at gmail.com. All right. Our Cash App, we do accept alms, is Stones of Yahushua. Our PayPal is Sword of Yahushua. If you do want to send alms, please try to send alms at PayPal. For right now, we're having some difficulties with Raggedy Cash App right now. But all praises to the Most High. None of us benefit from any of that money. That money is to simply help us to push this ministry at a higher level, and it's to help those that are in need, the righteous people that are in need. Okay, that's what we take up the alms for. Again, I hope this class was edifying. This is another Two-Edged Sword Tuesday. I'm the young priest. Paz Yasharala, your brother Paz Yasharala. And with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.